The stat line, 27, 10, and 11. That sounds like a triple-double to me. But that's actually not even the craziest part of this game. The last few moments of this basketball game, absolutely insane. We will be hearing from Mo Wagner live here on Postgame Live, so you don't want to miss this, Wizards fans. But right now, Chris Miller, I got to hear your thoughts about the last few moments of this basketball game. We've been on a journey, brother. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, well, there's two things. One, somebody should ask Bradley Beal if he remembers Michael Ruffin. The way Brad threw that ball up, I was having visions of that Toronto game. Not possible was a great call by Steve Buckhands. Not when Ruffin just gave it up, and I was like, oh gosh, please don't let that happen. But it did happen. Wizards procure victory. Thank you very much, Brad. The other thing was under 5 minutes. When you just kind of look at the play-by-play chart on that, it was everybody. It wasn't just Brad. It wasn't just Westbrook. You guys talked about Mo hitting a big three. Davis hit a huge three. On the defensive end, everybody was kind of locked in. You guys talked about it in the crossover about lessons learned from Boston. But that 11-0 run under 5 minutes was really, really key for Washington to get this victory and to now go into the All-Star break with some really good momentum and getting some get back against a Clippers team that thumped them a couple of weeks ago.
Guys, let's jump into the film room because we got so much to break down. And Chris, I appreciate what you're going. Matter of fact, we've got a conversation that's going to happen in Wizards Watch a little bit later on to the point. But right now, I'm going to get to the film room. Jason Smith, let's talk about the ability for Russell Westbrook to take defense and turn it into offense. So important. Break it down for Wizards fans.
You know, for Russell Westbrook, he's an intense player. He goes out there, and if he gets a rebound, if he gets a steal, he's off to the races in transition. That's what you want to see from Russ because he's attacking defenses that are not sent. And when they're in transition, it makes it for an easy transition layup for him. Right here, he predicts on this offensive movement by the Clippers that he knows that the ball has to be reversed. Instead of going over the screen, he shoots right under and goes right through that passing lane. Gets a deflection, gets the control of the ball, and then gets out for the easy dunk. Those are the points that you want the Wizards to have. Right here in the defensive possession, it was a switch. It was well communicated by Neto. Russ, again, plays the passing lane. He has that intuition to go out there and make the right play. But knowing that also hitting the man that's ahead of him for the easy layup. Not giving up on the play and tipping it in for an easy layup as well. This is all stuff that you want to see if you're a Wizards fan because the better they get out in transition, the easier the points are going to be. If they have to play half-court basketball and go against set defenses, those are the hardest defenses to score against.
Tony Massenberg, I'm going to ask you to break down something. Wait for it. Davis Bertans alley-oop.
How many times have we said that this year? We haven't heard that, and certainly the opposition is not looking for that because alley-oops are not what we associate with Davis Bertans' names. We call him the Lothian Laser because of the three. But on this play, I think we may need to call him the Lothian Leaper because nobody saw this coming, especially Russell Westbrook, the guy who threw him the pass. So this is just a great look by Russ. A better finish by Davis. I mean, this is not right by the rim. He had to really catch this and switch it over to his left hand, and that's what was so impressive about it. I love what Davis did, particularly in that second half. He takes a tough shot, still comes back, gives it all. You see him out there diving on the floor for loose balls. I mean, the Wizards turned these guys over 19 times for 27 points. That was a lot of their offense tonight, generated by their defense.
Chris, Wizards fans have asked for something more from Davis, right? They're like, give me some more. Is that athletic play enough to be like, see, told you can do something else?
I think we got late word from the league office that Davis will be participating in the slam dunk contest Sunday. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually the second time we've said that in the last couple of weeks about Davis getting up there, and the air was thin up there for the 6'10 Latvian. But it's great to see him doing something other than shooting. And listen, he gave up some of his own blood for the team tonight. So, I mean, the blood, sweat, and tears, as the legendary wrestler Ric Flair said, sometimes when you just have to give it up for your team. Davis did it all tonight for the team to get the win.
Well, let's go to another guy who put in some sweat equity in tonight's contest. Davis Bertans' teammate, Mo Wagner. Yes, the guy who shoots the threes tonight. Hey, Mo, it's Wes here in Bethesda. Brother, thank you and congratulations on the big win tonight. I've got a question to ask you about Davis dunking. What were your guys' reaction when you saw Davis on the receiving end of that alley-oop?
I'm low-key a little jealous, honestly. He got up. I mean, I don't know. And sometimes he pulls out the crazy ones, and you're like, why don't you do that every time? But I guess he's so busy shooting three-pointers that, you don't see it all the time. But he got some bounce. Like, I remember last year, he got some stuff to him. That was unbelievable.
Hey, Mo, it's Chris, man. Congratulations on the win. I talked about under 5 minutes, really everybody doing something to help win this game on both ends of the floor. Is that what it has to be in this second half?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we always talk about being locked in defensively, and I think we had a bad quarter in the first half. That second quarter, we weren't locked in. So we got to finish quarters. That's kind of been our focus lately. And defensively, I mean, just got to lock in and know who the players are that can beat us and play accordingly, So we have a lot of work to do, and I think this is a group that is very locked in towards that and committed to getting better.
Hey, Mo, Tony Massenberg here. Great game. Listen, you're playing down in the middles, a little bit undersized. That's something that I can relate to when I played in the league. Can you talk about what it's like when you're able to get out on the perimeter and take advantage of big guys versus running some of the smaller guys down on the post and getting some work on the block? Can you talk about your approach and how you see it based off of the scouting report and who you guys are playing?
I'm lucky I made some today because I missed about everything else. So honestly, for me, it's just a balance. I kind of hate starting the game with threes because I feel kind of soft, I kind of want to touch the paint first. So obviously I missed the first shot today, and then you're like, okay, let's get downhill a little bit, play off Ross and Brad. They make plays for you all the time. So you just got to know how to move a little bit and then finish them. And I mean, I'm looking at the stat sheet right there. 3 for 10 is not really what I would like to do, but I'm lucky I made some threes.
Mo, Jason Smith here. Don't look at that stat sheet because I love the way that you're playing as of late, especially with you in the starting lineup. This team has actually rallied around you and Garrison being in the starting lineup. How do you guys continue this post-All-Star break?
Man, I mean, like I said, I think this is a group that's committed to getting better, and we understand that first couple games, the way we started the season is not us, and we can't play the way because we're just not talented enough to do that. So we got to lock in defensively and play with energy the whole game, and everybody has to do that. So it's a growing process. We can't get down on us if we have a bad quarter or two. We just got to keep going, keep building, and the wins are going to come. But I have a great amount of trust in this group. I know the coaches do and the players do as well. So it's been a lot of fun to just be out there and not worry about anything else, but just making plays and kind of, trying to win the basketball game, It's kind of a pretty cool feeling, honestly.
Well, Mo, it's a pretty cool feeling watching you guys get this big win tonight, heading into the All-Star break. I know you're going to get some time to rest your feet, rest your body, but it's good to take a good win into the break, so we'll see you in Memphis. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us here on Postgame Live, brother.
Y'all going to Memphis too, or y'all staying here?
Hey, I'm down to go.
No, we staying right here.
I know we're going to be here.
That's why I thought.
You go ahead on, enjoy.
You go enjoy.
Yeah, you enjoy.
I appreciate you. I see you.
All love, brother. Appreciate it, man. Heck yeah. Now, we'll be right here at our respective locations, myself and Bethesda. But, guys, so let's talk about Davis Bertans. Crazy night. Crazy night. We know him for the three-point shooting. But Davis knocks down threes, gets cut like he's in a prize fight in boxing, ends up catching an alley-oop from Russell Westbrook. What did he not do tonight, Chris?
Did he take a charge?
That's a good question.
I don't know if he took a charge, but I mean, he did pretty much
probably it. Yeah.
Whatever was required, really, for him tonight. And, he didn't hit those threes. He had 2, and they were late. Got to the free throw line. He rebounded. I like seeing 4 rebounds out of Davis. I might add that to the Davis menu. I have a Davis menu list. I need 4 threes made every night. I'll take 4 rebounds every night. I don't want him to get stitches. Nobody wants that. Yeah. All right, so let's take that off the menu. And I'm not going to say every game, but it would be nice once a week if we get some Air Davis.
Ooh.
If you give me 1 Air Davis a week, 4 rebounds a night, 4 threes made, I'm happy.
I'm down for that. And
I like that.
You know what? I'm looking at the line right here. So Garrison had only 2 points tonight. Rui had 9. We'll talk about that in a moment. Denny had 4 points. But I'm looking at the scoring for the Wizards, and you had somebody like 5 guys in double-digit scoring. How many times, Sticks, have we talked about guys on the bench and everyone having to pour in? We used to call them the what was the thing I used to call them, Chris? The potluck crew. Yeah, potluck boys.
Oh, potluck. Yeah.
Well,
you got to bring something to the party. Unlike Jason. Jason just showed up. His 7 foot behind just showed up to them parties.
Go ahead, Sticks. Go ahead. I'm going to let you have at it.
Chris, how dare you?
For shame.
No, for me, I actually love the fact that the others are starting to pick up their play, because it cannot be just Russ or Brad or Davis. It has to be a collective whole, as Rui going out there doing his job on defense. Yes, he had fouls, but he was playing aggressively. You make sure you go out there and play hard, play the right way. Plus, with Mo going out there, doing his thing, bringing the energy, knocking down the deep range shot, but big time play from Robin Lopez coming off the bench, being Mr. Consistent these last 9 or 10 games, and making sure that he's that veteran presence coming off the bench. But overall, as a team, they're playing very, very well. I want to see this